Hello everyone! That's right, I'm back with a new video. If you're new here, I'm Jam Sam, and I make Magic the Gathering Arena videos, mostly standard. Now, I haven't released a video since January, it's a long time, and a lot has happened since my last video. 3 new sets, the newest being Bloomburrow, obviously, and Murders at Karlov Manor and Thunder Junction. Both came out while I was off doing family things and moving and whatever else, being very busy. And as I mentioned, one of the things I did was move, and so I don't really have a recording area set up, which is why I don't have a camera right now. So everyone's gonna have to forego seeing my face during these videos. I apologize. I know I have a very attractive, beautiful face. I'm sure you'll all miss it. And who knows, maybe the videos will do better because of it. But either way, Bloomburrow, the cute animal set. Who would have thought that that's what would bring me back? But we're starting off the cute animal set with lizards. Not as cute as all the other animals, but kind of cute nonetheless. We got Gev here in the anime style. It's kind of cute. Also, there's some sort of like a bug with the styles, so you'll see that some of the games I don't have the styles and some games I do, which may be confusing for some viewers. I really like the styles, but I'll probably edit in like the actual card along with the styles so you can see which style is which card. But I guess I could just go without the stylized decks, but I love my stylized cards. I can't go without them. Anyways, the reason why I picked lizards is because I think that after rotation, the meta is going to be a lot more aggressive, especially in best of one, because best of one's always aggressive. But I wanted to see if lizards can hold its own against the mono reds and boros of, the past meta. Now, since standard just rotated, it's the first rotation in like 3 years, so the meta has not settled down. So, I have no delusions about whether I'm going to be facing the top meta decks today or not. It's the first day. Obviously, people are going to be testing out a lot of things, so it's not going to be the most accurate representation of how this deck will perform in the meta. But I think Lizards is the archetype that's closest to being a standard deck from the new set. It's a very aggressive deck that it's all about damaging your opponent, and that's kind of the point of Magic, right? Damage your opponent until they have no life left. Anyways, let's get into a little bit more detail about the deck. So the main lizard here is Gev, Scaled Scorch. It's a black and red lizard mercenary, 3/2 with a ward, pay 2 life. Other creatures you control enter with an additional +1/+1 counter on them for each opponent who lost life this turn. Whenever you cast a lizard spell, Gev Scaled Scorch deals 1 damage to target opponent. So Lizards has this thing where you benefit if your opponent lost life. So that's what makes Gev so awesome, is it does both. It has a payoff as well as the method of damaging your opponent. Other creatures that benefit from your opponent losing life is Fireglass Mentor. During your second main phase, if your opponent lost life, you exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them until end of turn. You may play that card, so it's card advantage as long as your opponent lost life. Then you have the Flamecash Gecko. When it enters, if an opponent lost life this turn, add black and blue mana. Then you can pay 1 in red to discard a card and draw a card. So if you play this card, get your mana, but you don't have anything to spend it on, you can still use the Flamecash Gecko's ability. Now, in one of the games, I did forget that the opponent has to lose life first, so that's important to remember. If you just play it, it's just a vanilla 2/2 for 2. But if you do get the mana, usually you can chain off into other creatures and have a wide board by turn 2. Great stuff. Now on to other creatures that actually damage your opponent. We have Hired Claws, 1 red for a 1/2, so already pretty good. Whenever you attack with one or more lizards, Hired Claw deals 1 damage to target opponent. So it doesn't have to be hard claw that attacks. It's any lizard attacks, you get 1 damage in. So even if your opponent has a bunch of blockers, you should be able to get that 1 damage in to help trigger your other creatures that benefit from the damage. Then you have the Iridescent Vine Lasher. It's a 1 mana 1/2 with Offspring 2. Offspring means that if you pay the 2, as you cast a spell, you get a token copy of the creature, except it's a 1/1. And it has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to target opponent. So you can get your 1 damage in just by playing a land. I also have a few creatures in here that I'm testing out in the 3 mana spot. I have 2 Thoughtstalker Warlocks. It's 2 in a black for 2/2 menace. When it enters, you choose a target opponent. If they lost life this turn, they reveal their hand. You choose a non-land card from it, and they discard that card. Otherwise, they discard a card. So when you play this creature, either way, your opponent is discarding a card. It's just a difference between whether you get to pick the card or your opponent gets to pick the card. Hearthborn Battler is 2 in a red for 2/3 haste. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, Hearthborn Battler deals 2 damage to target opponent. Now, this one is pretty good if you're going up against mono red or any kind of aggro deck that wants to play a bunch of that wants to play multiple spells a turn. Also, it's important to note that this does trigger off of you playing 2 spells a turn. So if you play this first and play another spell, it will trigger and do 2 damage to your opponent. Valley Flamecaller is a 3 mana 2 in a red 3/3 Lizard Warlock. If a lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals that much damage plus 1 instead. So it's a great way to kind of ramp up the amount of damage you're inflicting onto your opponent. Finally, the last lizard I have in here is Laughing Jasper Flint. It's a 3 mana 1 in a black and a red 4/3. This is from Thunder Junction, so most of you are probably familiar with this, but basically all of our lizards are outlaws. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, Jasper exiles top X cards from the target opponent's library, where X is the number of outlaws you control. And until end of turn, you may cast those spells and may use mana of any type to cast them. You've seen Jasper Flint every once in a while when Thunder Junction came out, but didn't really make a huge splash onto the meta. But maybe with the Lizards deck, Jasper Flint can finally shine. And for the final creature, I actually have a non-lizard in here, Valley Rockcaller. It's a 1 in a black for a 1/3 Squirrel Warlock. So it's a Warlock, so it's still an outlaw, still synergizes with Jasper. Menace, whenever Valley Rockcaller attacks, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of other squirrels, bats, lizards, and rats you control. So the more lizards you have, the more life your opponent loses, and I think it synergizes well with all the other lizards. The only thing it's missing is that it's not a lizard, it's a squirrel. I'm not 100% sure if this card is any good, but I thought it might be worth testing out. For removal, I have 4 copies of Cut Down. There's a part of me that thinks that I should probably go down on some of these creatures and add some other removal other than Cut Down, but for now, I was just betting on the meta being very aggressive, so just stuck with 4 Cut Downs. I also have 3 copies of Scales of Shale. It's a 3 mana, 2 in a black instant, but the spell costs 1 less for each lizard you control, and target creature gets +2/+0 and gains lifelink and indestructible until end of turn. So basically it's a combat trick, and again, figuring that it's going to be more of a aggressive meta, I thought it might be worth putting in here. Anyways, that's the Lizards deck. Stick around till the end of the video where I will talk a little bit more about what I thought about the deck, and without any further ado, let's just get to those games. Alright, it's been a while, so yeah, I might be a little bit out of practice. Let's see if I can keep a conversation going while I play. A lot of new cards, Hired Claw, into Flame Gecko. I mean, it's a pretty good curve. I'll keep it. Let's see if Lizards can keep up with the current meta. Or I should say the new meta with the rotation and everything. I just checked. This is going to be my first recording since, well, since last year. The last video I put out was in January. And, yeah. That makes it 7, almost 8 months. Basically 8 months. So, welcome back to all of you who've seen some of my videos, and for all the new people out there, hopefully I'll get more videos out more regularly. That's the theme of this channel. I try to get more videos out often, but we'll see. Okay, going up against red. Mono red. Okay, I will take that block. Alright, so Flame Gecko doesn't really curve into it much other than the Vine Lasher. But I can discard a card and draw a card. Oh, right. And I have to attack first, right? Okay. I guess I'll get the Vine Lasher out there. It might be a good distraction for the opponent. It's not really a there's not a lot of lands in this deck, so I don't plan to get a whole lot of landfall triggers off of this creature. See, they play a Scamp. And they're Gruul, not mono red, so that probably means they have a lot of pump spells. Yep, definitely not blocking that. They go for the Monstrous Rage. Ooh. Kev. Okay. Let's see. Let's just say if a lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon you control will deal damage to permanent player, it deals that much +1. I think I'll play Gev and keep Scales of Shell open, right? It's a little bit of what's it called? A combat trick there. And yeah, we'll go ahead and go all out. So if they block, they can kill whatever they block. I don't think I'm going to necessarily save it, though. This also gives lifelink, right? Yep. Okay. I don't think they can do 14 damage. Okay. So I wonder if they want me to block. If I don't block and attack all in, I don't think I win. I have to block here, right? Gain that life. Do they have removal? Typically this deck doesn't have removal, it's just pump spells. Yeah. Alright, so let's see here. I think we gotta go Valley Flamecaller, right? And then that does what? 1 damage, 1, and then 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. So I think we're just 1 short. So I think we gotta go in though, right? Yeah, we're 1 short. But we have a blocker. And we're still at 15. I think it'd be very difficult for them to do 15 damage to just 1 creature. Okay. What's this do? Never mind. Alright. On the play again. Which is always good. But not the greatest lands. Well, I don't have any 1-drops. We'll try this. I think I added like 1 or 2 Ruckus Theaters in here, but might be a mistake. Ooh, I forgot about Valley Rot Caller. 2-drop. Do we want that 3rd land? I think we want that 3rd land. A Gev into Fireglass Mentor might not be too bad. Tiny Bones joins up. Oh yeah, and this is the new battlefield, right? Alright, going off against Orzhov. I don't know if just playing out Gev is the right answer. Could possibly have... Well, they most likely have a bunch of removal. But seeing as they played Tiny Bones, they might be... Oh, okay, so they're a Pixie deck. Okay. Oh boy. What do we get rid of? I guess we get rid of the 3-drop. Okay, so we can actually do this. The question is, we might exile... Actually, no, let's go for it. I want to exile a land. Unfortunately, we can't really attack in. We did not. So that's unfortunate. We've got plenty of pressure here with turn 2 and already 3 creatures, all of which have power 3 or greater. Okay, well... I think we're doing this. Again, hoping that we pull a land. We do. Alright. I guess we just go with Swamp. And end the turn. I think we're gonna keep the Valley Flamecaller. You know, unless they make us discard it. Opponent seems to be a very discard-heavy deck. I like these sleeves. Very Eldrazi. Liliana, okay. So, are they gonna go for the -2?
When I win, you're telling me what you know about the Raven.
Yeah, alright, so I'm getting rid of this one.
Sacrifices must be made.
For 1 white, what? They have a Helping Hand, okay. And they get... Tiny Bones runs up. Oh, okay. Yeah, this works. And I think, because we're about to do 8, yeah, that's lethal. Boom. All right. So Lizard's doing pretty good right now. On the draw with decent amount of cut downs. Vine Lasher, honestly, like, I might go down to the number of Vine Lashers. Though it is kind of nice to have early creature. I think we can keep this. Though, might fall back into that not having enough lands. Okay. I think, oh, they're playing green. Okay, I thought they were going to be lizards, so I was keeping a cut down for Gev. Okay, they're the land deck. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of the Aftermath Analysts now. Hope that they don't have removal for Gev. We did get our third lands, which is good. I think here... Alright. I'm gonna attack in first. Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. So now they want to sacrifice Aftermath Analyst with Vine Lasher, right? So I'm just gonna do this. This. And the turn. And I'm gonna cut down their Vine Lasher as they sacrifice Aftermath Analyst. We're taking some damage, but should be alright. Yep. Okay. So I think now... Yep. Now they're down to 7. I was testing out the land deck as well, and the biggest thing about the land deck is that if you don't have the Vine Lasher, it's very difficult to pull off. They're at 7. So if I play this with haste, it's 3. They're probably going to block the 4/4. So that's what, 6? Yeah, that's lethal, right? Yeah. Yep. Good game. All right, so even on the draw, this is still pretty good. Even ranked up. I had fun. A lot of 3 drops. Only 2 lands. On the play. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. Get rid of Valley Flamecaller and see if Jasper can do something. Alright. Start off with tap mana. Hard Claw. Yeah. Hard Claw. Alright. I think we just go ahead and put some threats out there. We do not block. Let's see if they put the +1/+1 counter on it. No. Go for Give. Yeah, we gotta kill Gev, right? Pay 2 life. We'll just go ahead and activate the ability. Should have done that before damage, but it just kind of, you know, happens. They get their land. Another Hard Claw. Okay. All right. Oh man, this is a tough call. All right, so one attack. We go Jasper or Valley Flamecaller. Because if we go Valley Flamecaller, we'll do another 2 damage. I think we have to maximize the damage here. Okay, they got rid of their card advantage. So how much damage is that? 4, 5 total. Then they have something on the way back. Are they putting +1/+1 counters on their Hard Claw? No. So what do they have? Removal. Nope. Okay. They didn't have anything. What just happened? Alright, I realized I forgot to add Cavern of Souls in here, which I think would go really great. And also, for some reason, after doing that, all of my styles was just having some sort of problem. So I don't have all the nice looking cards anymore. Don't know why. Opponent goes first, cut down. So we can go Restless Vents. Okay, so we'll try it. But actually, we'll just draw all of our Vine Lashers. That's what's gonna happen. Alright, we're going up against Golgari. A lot of removal. So let's see if they... Nope. It's just another Aftermath Analyst land deck. Alright, I think here, do this. And this. No attacks. Fabled Passage. And Pillage the Bog. Okay. Maybe looking for their Vine Lasher. Or a cut down. Something. I don't know. Seem to be going up against a lot of opponents that are actually trying out the new cards. Which I guess rotation really helps with that. But, well, none of these are new cards, but I assume they have new cards in here. Ooh. Okay, well... yeah, I think what I'll do is just go for the landfall, I guess, plan. And then attack for 3. Now they could do a sack after Aftermath Analyst next turn, but that would mean they won't be playing anything else. So I'm going to keep the cut down ready. But if they don't play anything, I might be able to play the third Vine Lasher with Offspring. And that will give me a total of 1, 2, 3, 5. 5. And then I play Restless Fence, and that's 5 damage. It's not really enough, though, is it? I don't really have anything else either other than Cut Down. Very interesting game of both opponents not really having a variety of cards. Ooh, I like this new interaction here. I'm gonna give them the Hypnotizing Frog. Okay. I guess, doing this. Doing this. This is completely not what this deck was supposed to do. All attack except for... actually, yeah. All 4 attack. I guess I could have cut down the Aftermath Analyst before blocks just to... oh yeah, that would have been lethal. I should have cut down the Aftermath Analyst before attacks. Okay. This, though they are dead to just me playing 1 land, unless they have some kind of... oh, they could have a 4-mana sweeper. Ooh, yeah, they could. They could have, what's it? Path of Peril? Path of Peril is still legal? No? Ooh, that's kind of unlucky. They needed a, what's it called? Aftermath analyst there. Numera, okay. I'm gonna get a lot of lands back. Spelunking. That's still not... Oh, they're getting pretty lucky with their hits, I assume. Green. So that gives him 4 mana. Okay, but do they have any way to get the cards back? Because now you have 1 mana and a bunch of cards. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Alrighty then. Alright, on the play. It's a good start. Valley of the Rockcaller, I'm not sure if it belongs in this deck, but here we are. Restless Fence here again to taunt me. Well. Okay. Okay, hear me out. On the play. And yes, we are starting off with a tapped mana. But we can go from Flame Echo Gecko into Flame Echo Gecko into... I was gonna say Valley Rockcaller, but Fireglass Mentor might be even better. We're up against Golgari again. Let's see if it's... Oh no! That's right! I forgot. You have to lose... Opponent has to lose life first. I forgot. Oh, the shame. Should have gone with Hired Claw first. Oh no. Alright, well, we're just gonna go in with 2 creatures. Hopefully they only have 1 removal. And then we can do the thing that I was supposed to do last turn. Oh boy. That's embarrassing. Okay, opponent's thinking real hard. I think they have removal. It's probably just a question of which one they want to remove. I would remove Hired Claw, personally. No lands, that kind of hurts. Could go with Scales of Shell to remove... Yeah. But it only gives it +2/+2, or +2/+0, right? So, it's not quite enough, is it? So which one? Next. Okay. Alright, and hopefully, some of my creatures survive. Shield it. Okay. Alright, Shieldred is a problem. Alright, let's see how they block. And we really want to find a land with the Fireglass Mentor. Alright, so how much do we want to kill Shieldred? Quite a bit. We found the land. Do we play out the Vine Lasher? I think we end the turn. This is the first matchup that's kind of not against a new deck, really. This looks like a just Golgari, you know. Oh, they are using new cards though. Oh, okay. So I take that back. They are using new cards. I guess we'll just do this. Though, yeah. Doesn't really matter. So, it's a Golgari, green shell, I don't know how you say it, Fecund green shell, another Shieldred. Alright, I don't think we're quick enough with this one. Are we attacking in? Don't think so. No attacks. Alright, which one? Flint or Thoughtstalker? Thoughtstalker, Flint. I think Flint just gets killed, right? Yeah, he's on a loss. I have a bunch of go for the throats. Green shell could be. Everything's really bad. Season of Loss is really bad. No, they can just go for the throw, go for the throw. Attack all in. So they probably kill the rock collar and the mentor. No blocks. Let's see, do they kill the rock collar before it attacks? Yes, they do. None of these deal damage indirectly. No attacks. Flint's the next one to die. Okay. Alright. So at this point, even a land would help. Any way to damage the opponent. Well. 8, 10, that's 10. Yeah, okay. So let's see what we draw here, and after that, I'll call it game. No attacks. Oh, hey, Gav. Finally, Gav. Yay. Hey, everyone. Thank you for sticking around to the end. Now, I just want to talk about the deck, see what I thought about it. And, yeah. So, out of 6 games, went 5-1. That's pretty good. Pretty good record. But I must say that this is definitely not going to be the final version of the deck. There's still a lot more improvements that could be made. And I went up against a lot of, I would say, I don't know if newer decks is the right way to say it, but yeah, it's the first day of rotation, and a lot of people are still testing out what works and what doesn't. So you're going to have to take the results with a grain of salt, right? We don't know where the meta is going to settle down. I'm pretty sure Best of One is still going to be a very aggressive deck, especially with Bloomburrow. But whether Lizards will be able to keep up with it, will be able to surpass the other aggro decks or not, I don't know. Didn't see a whole lot of like Mouse or Mono Red. So once those start getting more popular, it might just overrun Lizards. I don't know. I definitely think I have too many 3-drops in here, and I would like to add more 1-drops, 2-drops. I want to decide on whether to go with Valley Flamecaller, Heartborn Battler, or Thoughtstalker. Honestly, Thoughtstalker can probably go. Heartborn Battler, I feel like is more of a sideboard deck, or sideboard card, but kind of hard to say for Best of One. I might get rid of the 1 Raucous Theater. I don't think I need it. Maybe keep 2 Restless Vents, but I mean, having tapped land was really difficult. Cavern of Souls never showed up. Maybe go up 1 more on Cavern of Souls and get rid of the tapped lands. and see how that does. I just don't want too many Cavern of Souls and not be able to play, you know, like the cut downs and Scales of Shale. There's also a few new lands that I didn't put in here that might be worth putting in here. So Mudflat Village, add black, spend this mana only to cast a creature spell, and then you can pay 2 and tap, sacrifice Mudflat Village, return target bat, lizard, rat, or squirrel card from your graveyard to your hand. So in slightly longer, grindier games, you can play this and get your creatures back. But I wouldn't put too many of these in your deck, just because you can't spend the mana on non-creature spells. You can't play this on turn 1 and be able to cut down. And then Rockface Village is the same thing except for red, and then pay 1 red and tap, target lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon you control gets +1/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. So I think these two lands definitely fit in here. Just not a whole lot of them, you know. Maybe something like that. Aside from that, yeah, I definitely have to take a closer look at what other cards can fit in here and kind of improve this. But overall, I think Lizards definitely has potential of being a meta deck. Anyway, that's all I have for today. If you stuck around this long, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and remember, have fun playing Magic. See you next time.